Good afternoon, everyone. I'm James Crummell. Another day, another candidate in the Democratic primary hoping to unseat incumbent Republican Congressman Scott Perry. The latest entrant is one many of you will recognize. Dennis Owens joins us with more on this story. Good afternoon, Dennis.
James, good afternoon. If you're keeping a scorecard at home, and then there were seven Democrats have now announced their candidacy, and we are still expecting at least one more to jump in. But today, the spotlight is on Blake Lynch, who most recently was Senior Vice President and Chief Impact Officer for WITF, the PBS station here in the Mid-State, who this morning confirmed that he is running. He's 35, has 2 kids, grew up here, graduated from Susquehanna Township High School and Messiah College. He previously worked for the city as a liaison between the police and the community. He thinks his deep roots are an advantage, and he also thinks 6th-term incumbent Scott Perry is vulnerable.
For me, he doesn't best represent the district any longer. So he has been too busy fighting culture wars, in my opinion, and not advocating for the needs of our district. Understanding again that everyone wants safer streets. They actually want to drive on streets that don't have potholes. So tell me where the funding has come back from the government to assist PennDOT or local municipalities. That's what I'll do.
But before Lynch can do anything to take on Scott Perry, he has to get through a pretty formidable Democratic field. You see it there, perhaps the biggest name, longtime news anchor Janelle Stelson, also Harrisburg City Council member Charmaine Daniels, who ran against Perry in last year's general election, Rick Copeland, Bob Forbes, Mike O'Brien, the military pilot, and John Broadhurst, Mike O'Brien, a Top Gun pilot. Bottom line, though, Democrats certainly think this seat is winnable, and they're lining up to take a crack at it. But Democrats in the past have thought this seat is winnable, and Scott Perry just keeps winning it.
And that was my question to you, Dennis. I mean, we've heard this many times before. Is there something this year that has so many people thinking that he can be beaten?
A little bit of the district is not as red as it was. Some of that York County part went to Lloyd Smucker. So they think that the Democrats think that the district has been drawn a little bit better for them. And of course, one of the untold political stories around here is the moving blue of Camp Hill. When I came here 30 years ago, Camp Hill was rock rib Republican. It's now Democrat. And the suburbs of Harrisburg into Cumberland County, actually Democrats feel a fertile area for them. So they think they got a shot.
Is Scott Perry saying anything at all yet about all of these potential challengers that's lining up against him?
He mostly has ignored all of them. Did have a statement that he released about Janelle Stelson saying she's just going to be another rubber stamp for Joe Biden. I think that's pretty much the approach. Any Democrat is going to be more of the same for the Democrats in Washington.
All right, and maybe even more candidates.
We know there's going to be at least one more. At least I'm told that. We shall see. But hey, the more the merrier, right?
All right, bring it on.
Yep.
All right.